Tell 'em run it up.
What is going on? What is going on, everybody in the house? What is going on? Wake up in Cleveland every single morning.
I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip, this wet. Tell 'em run it up.
What is going on? What is going on? Wake up, and whatever the hell today is, this is Tech Thursday. What the hell Wednesday? It's a little bit of everything. We had to move it to Wednesday this week, and as I'm reading the comments, there's a lot of people saying they like Wednesdays. We had to move it today because, as you guys all know, or at least most of you that are following my show on Thursdays, my 17-year-old kid is looking at colleges. So we've been taking him out for college visits, and for whatever reason, every college seems to be having their visits on Thursdays. So my wife keeps scheduling them, knowing I have a show. How dare her? And so I have to go. So tomorrow we are at where are we tomorrow? We're at USC tomorrow, looking at the school. So that's why it's today. I'm not gonna lie to you though. It's kind of nice. It's, 1 in the afternoon for me. I'm awake. I didn't have some long ass production night where my eyeballs are swollen and I can't even see anything. And my voice sounds like this. Hi guys. Welcome to Thursdays. Now, maybe you don't have any, annoying, weird anger moments, because when I'm exhausted, I get real short and real testy. So I like to be able to say, congratulations on the college visits. Look, anybody can go to a college visit. That doesn't mean you're getting in. So, I guess everybody is able to do this. It's kind of like, I don't know, buying a lottery scratcher, and yeah, you may win, but anybody can get it. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. The problem is he's not scholastic. He's physical. He's a dancer. He's a professional tap dancer. So what happens is his strengths are not in his grades. We've pumped him up, but that's a big issue. So we're trying to figure out a school that works for him. Sorry. The only difference is at 1:00, my phone is ringing off the hook. But that's okay. It's Wednesday and middle of the week for us DJs. This is kind of like, I don't want to say it's the biggest day of the week, but it's probably like the point in time where anything or any decisions or any choices that need to be made typically have to be made around Wednesday. So that might be, you sending out, not sending out, but you needing to get new products. So you buy something on Amazon and you got to wait for it to come back. Maybe it takes a day or two, you just to make sure. So that's Friday. So Wednesday is that's like the end day. Typically I schedule all my van rentals around Tuesday or Wednesday because, if you wait until Thursday, typically they're not available. Keith just says Wednesday's a prep day. Clients snooze, they lose. Yeah. So, anything and everything that you're solidifying happens right around Wednesday, which is why Thursday has always been such a good day for me as far as shows go. But I don't mind Wednesday. This is kind of nice. Now, it's a little warmer. It's, for whatever reason, it's hot as hell in LA right now. So, it's 92 degrees. I guess not the end of the world, with a high of 93. It's hot. But I kind of like this. So if anybody is new to the show, this is a DJ tech / business talk show, which means that if you have any questions about DJing or DJ business or DJ tech, you can throw it in the chat below. Just add a little hashtag ask right in front of it. And do I still have my little hashtag ask? Let's see. It's been a while since I've touched that one. Let's see what this one is. Not that one. I don't think I have one. I can't even get out of that one. I have some buttons to remove on this thing here. In case you didn't know, that is me, Cleveland Terry. That is my real name. That is what I do. So thank you guys for hanging out today. Okay, so let's see here. Mark Tony says, ask, and let me move my computer to the other side here to make it a little easier to get to. It's going to drop to 70s by Sunday. I know. I'm very excited about that, Keith. I got to send out a contract right after this call. You just reminded me. Thank you. I'm going to be, if anybody's in LA, I'm going to be at Brio, which is in like the Marina Del Rey, on Friday night. I got a private event on Saturday night and a private event on Sunday night. So that's where I will be. Yeah. The Friday night is outdoors. So hopefully by then it's just like mid cool, not too cold, because you want people to keep coming back. But Sunday I have a wedding, last minute wedding. Strangely enough, or interestingly enough, we got a last minute wedding because it is a half Jewish, half Indian, like, Indian, not like, American Indians. No matter how I say Indian, it comes off incorrect. But Indian party, like Bollywood Indian. That's on Sunday. Now, this is 100% last minute. We didn't have this event. They called me yesterday. The reason why they have to do this is because their DJ, who they hired, who happened to be an Israeli DJ, which is very common for Jewish weddings, he got called away. He's got to go to Israel to fight. So they are just without, and that happens a lot. I mean, it's a very big deal in Israel. So it's so he's got to go, and now they have to book us because of it. So it doesn't just affect one part of the world. It impacts everywhere. Okay. So, ask on the S5, can you do stems on those pads? You can program, any stems. All buttons are mappable. You know what? Let me see something real quick. Hold on. Let me do something. I will go get an S5 for you real quick so we can see. Enjoy the S7 for a minute. Okay. I tried to eat some food while I was doing this. You know what I just realized? I do not have an overhead. Choking on a bagel. I don't have an overhead. There we go. This table's going to look really messy in a minute. Okay. Turn on. Turn on. Okay. Maybe we're not working properly today. So I'm going to demonstrate the other side. Okay. So S5. S5. Obviously, this is a magnet. You can see magnet. See? S5. Okay. All of these buttons, right? You see these up here? These are all pad modes. Okay. So if you are to go into your pad modes, and let me go to my demo screen here. In Serato, all I did was plug it in. Keep in mind, if you drop down to right here, it says replace pad modes with stems. And on the S5, these are all the options that you have by default. Loop roll, sampler, slicer. So in this case, we're going to use slicer because nobody uses slicer. Nobody cares about that. And I don't even see a slicer on here. We're not going to use slicer. I lied. There is no slicer. Okay, so let's go back and let's say sampler. But again, any of this can be MIDI mapped. You know, if you just go right up into here, turn your MIDI map on. Okay, we're all good. And then, sorry, there we go. Then you click on your MIDI, and then all of these things are assignable on the S5. So if we take it to say this auto loop button, which is auto loop, which is right here, this pad mode, we can then create the mode. Simple as that. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Not too fond of the red color. I like the white. The white is dope. I do love the white. The white is a good color. The only issue that I have with this particular skin is because it is magnetic, so it's thicker, which means it puts a little hear that? It puts a little, it adds an extra resistance to the fader. So it looks good. I don't love that part though. I mean, technically, I guess you could do a longer fader. It's a thing. Okay. You're very welcome, Mark. You're very welcome. Okay. Let's see here. DJ Spidey, are there any new updates coming for the XDJ XZ? That is always a question mark question, that a thing that nobody can really answer. I haven't heard anything else coming for the XZ. I mean, I think it's more likely that we'll see an update to the actual hardware over them doing any more updates to the product itself. You know, just an opinion. Okay. By the way, everybody that's in green, those are my members. So if you are not a part of the, Team Cleveland Terry, now is the time to do so. It's like buying me a cup of coffee. It's just supporting the channel, allowing me, especially considering I haven't been posting a lot of videos lately. I posted a video just recently, but I haven't been posting a lot of videos. Why, you ask? Because I've been busy. I've been exceptionally busy. Work, DJ life has been crazy. And I mean, if I really wanted to, why am I getting FaceTime from Malachi? There should be a rule. Hold on. There should be a rule that says when you're doing a FaceTime, is this the best use of your communication today? Does this other person even like FaceTime before you FaceTime? especially if you've never FaceTime someone before. So, I'm assuming that FaceTime is when I click on it, it's going to be like, I was dying in a ditch and you were the first button, the only button I could press, and you didn't answer and I died. That would be my thought. So, but yeah, people, you shouldn't just FaceTime people. I like a lot of things, Jonathan. Don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. I like a lot of things, but I don't like random FaceTime calls. I'll never like that. Ever. My daughter FaceTimes me. That's her method of communication. And the problem with FaceTime is you never know where the other person is. You never know. I'm on a show. I'm driving my car. As Deal Show says, I'm on the toilet. Maybe I'm just not in a presentable look. You just never know. So I feel like every phone call, every FaceTime should be started by a phone call. Hey, blah, blah, blah. Hey, I want to show you something. Can I FaceTime you real quick? Problem solved. Problem solved. I'm just saying. And my daughter's the worst because she'll make me feel guilty about it. I just wanted to see your face, Dad. Just want to see your face. Is that wrong of me? My 25-year-old is just loves to push the envelope. Okay. Let's see here. Just helped with Wedding Saturday, possibly the last one for the year. Sorry, I'm hearing people in my home. And my wife is home, but they wouldn't bark for her. I might have to wait. I think I hear UPS. Never mind. Okay. Let's see here. Me either. Agreed. Yeah. CT is better with texting. Yeah. Look, I'm the worst culprit of this. Okay. Because it's a me thing. I am on the phone so much, which is what I was getting back to. I could literally just be on the phone for 9 hours a day, but I have to limit myself. But I'm on the phone either via FaceTime or Google Meets or Zooms, just regular phone calls so much every day that by the time I'm done, I don't want to talk to anyone. That's just the problem. It's a me thing. I'm out of energy. It takes a lot. I don't know how many people out there are like working full-time DJs. Okay. That happen to have clients, not just like a club DJ, but like actually has like clients that you have to work on their schedules and talk to them and get all their information. Like all that stuff for me requires a lot of energy expelled. Just like I'm burning through energy. It takes a lot for me to always be chipper and happy and laugh at your jokes and all of those things. Because nobody wants a DJ that's like, hello. Okay, let's walk through your stuff. Okay, what's the grand entrance song? Okay. All right, let's move on. Nobody wants that. They want to, hey, I'm so excited for your party. Yeah, let's talk about your grand entrance. Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, they're going to love that. That's amazing. You don't say. Go on. So, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to be this exciting. It kind of feels like a very smaller difference of when I go to conventions, and I talk to everybody. Like that takes a lot of energy. So by the time I've told this before. So by the time I get to like my hotel room, after a full day of like convention walking around, I don't want to go anywhere. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm exhausted. Like they don't understand. It takes so much energy to always be happy because you don't want your experience. Why isn't this pad mode moving? You don't want your experience with somebody, a fan or somebody that supports you to be, oh yeah, I met Cleveland Terry. God, he's kind of a dick. Like you don't want that experience. And it could have just been a bad day. Somebody could have just threw a shake on me, or kicked me when I was trying to pick up my camera. Like who knows? But that one time is all it takes. That one time. I have a bone to pick, like just a straight up bitterness for Alfonso Rivero. Now, everybody that sees Alfonso's like, oh my God, he's amazing. He's great. Look how he's so. And I'm like, no, he's not. He's not amazing. He's actually not a good person. What do you mean? Look at him. Blah, blah, blah. Look how. Now, you know why? Because I met him at a wedding. And it wasn't the meeting him part that threw me. I met him at a wedding. I was doing the wedding. He was a groomsman. And through the whole day, I was kind of watching him. And it's when the cameras are on, people, he was the guy, happy and laughing. But when the cameras moved off him and he was just with like maybe one person, he was clearly a different person, and I just saw some things that I didn't like. Now, is it just me saying, oh, I caught him on a bad day? Maybe, but that's what I take away from my experience with him. I don't want that to be any experience from a person who meets me at something, and I'm an asshole. I don't want to be that guy. That's not me. Because it's not me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I am an asshole. I will never tell you differently, but I'm not an asshole, if that makes any sense. Okay. Matthew says, multi-op owner, I feel you. The energy is natural because I genuinely love it and I'm excited by it, but it's 100% exhausting. Yes. And then you got to go and hang up the phone and then, do the same thing with your children and your wife and everything else. We only have so much energy. I'm the only one that just says it out loud. Yeah, I know there's some people that are just like amazing. They're amazing people. I guess I'm not that person. And that's okay. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with not being amazing. I have a couple of friends where I literally say, there's no way that you are this happy all the time. And they're those people. I'm like, I don't personally get it, but okay. More power to you. Think about when you worked your day job. Yeah. I guess you're right. Although when I was working my day job, and especially when I had, this job and the day job, because I was going so hard, all the time, I didn't get a chance to stop and even be miserable because it was nonstop. One of the many reasons why I still wear my N95. Fair enough, Philip. Fair enough. Mark says, yeah, I saw him, Alfonso, at a Knicks game years ago, and he was not that happy person we see on TV. Yeah, so maybe it's not just me, but that's my whole point. I am the same. I might have slightly more edgy, bitter moments, but like I'm still the same. It's funny. He's human, says Jonathan. Yeah, sure. Look, I don't know him. So yes, you are correct. He's human. But if I hear enough talk of people saying that he's completely different when cameras aren't on, I'm going to assume it had nothing to do with him being human. He's just kind of a bitter butthead. It's possible. Philip, it's funny. He says one of the reasons why I still wear my N95. It's a thing here too in LA, California. There's a lot of people that still wear their masks everywhere they go. And more power to you. I don't have an issue with it. I just think it's funny. I think back prior to the pandemic when wearing masks was pretty much strictly an Asian cultural thing because of, where they come from and everybody's just kind of on top of each other. There's, billions of people. They had to protect themselves in ways that the government wasn't going to do. And I remember thinking back, seeing when I used to see, Asians wearing them, like, why are they wearing a mask? Why are they wearing a mask? And now we just see people wearing masks all the time. And it's just a normal thing now. It's just funny how things work. It's funny how lots of things get normalized. We're not going to go there. We're not going to go there. Anyway, I'm sure that final payment after each gig makes you smile. Well, NPC, I don't smile after my final payments because they don't happen after the gig. All of mine happen before. I don't play a song unless the client has paid me. So there's that. There is no, hey, I've done. Can you pay me now? No, you pay me before. Are you going to be at Namm 2024? Yes, I should be. Matter of fact, I pretty much know I am because I'm doing another thing with Hollywood DJ. So yes, I will definitely be at Namm. I will be at Namm. I will be at Mex in February. And that's it so far. I haven't locked in the rest of my things. It's been an interesting couple of months. I was just talking to DJ Kova. It's been real quiet on the DJ front. Like as far as gear is concerned, as far as everything, it's been super quiet. There's really not much of anything to talk about. Everything I'm going to be talking about with the videos coming up are things that I just had here. But we're kind of at a very slow point in DJ life. DJ life. Matthew Brio says, and is it Matthew? Is it Bruya or Brula or Brula? Let me know. Full payment due at least 1 month before the event. Very few exceptions have a payment schedule in place, and it's so much easier. Yeah. Well, I mean, all my stuff's automated. So the moment I send the contract out, it's already in there. I don't think about payments at all. The payments just show up in my account. So, and again, I'm dealing with a much higher level than some people. So, I mean, I always tell people, it's like, don't just go and start a business or start a DJ company and go and automatically just go to like, oh, I need a booking software. I need that. No, you don't. You don't need any of that stuff until you reach a certain level. We didn't even get a booking software until I want to say 6 years in, 6 or 7 years in. And that's only because we had reached the point where we just couldn't manage it anymore. So we had to. Now we couldn't live without it. Okay. Brula. Gotcha. Thank you. Okay. Johnny Nuts Knutson says, sorry. Just like JBL has the Eons, PRX 900s, SRXs, VRXs. And so in terms of lowest to highest quality, what order would Mackie's speaker be in? Well, I think, I don't know every speaker, but I believe it goes thrash, thump, SRT, SRM, and then their V series. I think it goes like that. Yeah. Other companies figuring out how to deal with AlphaTheta owning everything. They don't own everything. That's the funny thing about this. I was just, like I said, I was just talking to Kova about this. And DRM. Thank you. DRM is their top, but it's a DRM only for I think the DRM is only for their subs, not their highs. Anyway. Yeah. So AlphaTheta they only own, literally, there's like one product and Serato. You get it? Like, it's, when you look at somebody like in music that owns literally dozens of DJ companies and music production companies, they own everything. AlphaTheta doesn't really own as much. You know, they probably only think they own like 3 or 4 things. Okay. Now, Philip has a point. Manufacturers still trying to ship all the stuff they announced at last Namm. Software changes though. DJ for Windows, Tidal offline lockers. Yeah, it's I mean, I hardly believe that, you know, people are going to stop making things that they need to sell because this is capitalism and the only way to stay in business is to sell product. And they're not in the hardware support game. They're in the selling product game. So I think we'll still see something in Namm, but it's been, I mean, what is it, October? It's been super quiet. Super quiet. I'm not talking about just from like Pioneer, or it's just been quiet, like really quiet. At first I was like, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just the one that's, you know, not there. But like, I mean, honestly, I haven't seen anything from DJ City, and from Mojax. You know, I talked to Kova. It's been quiet there. It's just been quiet, really quiet. I'm going to have to move to cameras. Going to move to something else. If I were to move to something else, what do you guys think should be? If I were to move to another YouTube thing, what would it be? I'm just curious to hear what you'd have to say. It's a recession. Not a good time to announce new stuff. Companies cutting back. Maybe, but I mean, you know, it didn't stop them before. You know, people are still buying, recession or not, people are still buying stuff left and right. Fall appears to be rotary mixer season. See, Mojax just loves his rotary mixers. He absolutely loves them. If you only send him rotary mixers and that's all he had to review, he'd be just fine. Just fine. Okay. Travis says, 3 things in 80% of the market. Mac Attack. No. See, I don't agree. And this is why I don't agree. Okay. Because Pioneer DJ is Pioneer DJ. Okay. AlphaTheta purchased them, but fine. They purchased them. All right. In Music had plenty of opportunities to be better than them, to corner the market, as you know, as you say. They had it. You cannot blame a Pioneer for being where they are. You know, it's like they're being called out for something that all they did was produce quality products that people wanted. Is that their fault? And again, nobody said that Rane could not have bought Serato. And so this is my capitalism hat. My capitalism hat that says I don't care about human elements, just pure business. That's on them. Anybody can buy anybody if the price is right. It's on them. So I don't consider Pioneer, even though they do run and have, you know, 80% of the market share. That's them. They make good products. People buy them. Market share. Newmark dropped the NS7 during a recession. Yeah, we thought it was going to be a recession. And first off, it's been a recession for a long time. And people are still buying stuff left and right. No, Jonathan, I have not received my next Rev 5 because of what we're talking about. Just product. They just don't have a lot of product. Okay. Rane doesn't have the pockets Pioneer does. You guys are high. Is this my Wednesday crowd? Is this what I get on Wednesday? Rane doesn't have the pockets Pioneer does? Come on. You guys are confusing Pioneer, the corporation, like that runs and has radio gear and makes, you know, high-end audio stuff. This is Pioneer DJ. They're not getting Pioneer music money, and I mean Pioneer, regular Pioneer money. You guys are dreaming. They are a small company. Pioneer DJ, the DJ company, is small. They are not made of money. Absolutely not. Audio One in the building. What's going on, fam? Good to see you. Wacky Wednesday. But again, it's all perception. People see things and they go, oh, 80% of the market. Okay, you know, they must do all this. Look around. They don't do a lot. You know, they do Pioneer DJ and they do DJ gear. Um, let's be real here. Ever since Pioneer released their new turntable, someone from the company is paying attention. When you say someone, what do you mean? I'm confused at that. In music is broke off. in music, in music has look, I don't know where they are right now, okay? But you know, they do own everything. They own all the music production companies. You know, they own Akai. You know, it's not just DJ gear. They own a lot. They own a lot. So if anybody's got larger pockets, it's gonna be in music. Now, whether or not they want to spend whatever, you know, the sell price was for it, different story altogether. But they got the money. Let's not get it twisted. You know, if Jack, the owner, wants something, he will have it. I mean, obviously, unless he waits and then somebody else comes in. But you know what I'm saying. Okay. DJ Marky Bat says, good products will do well in a recession, but price gouging won't. I think the industry is getting a hangover from high prices. Rane 4 has already dropped 20% off since launch. Okay. I don't disagree with you as far as a recession and what people are willing to spend comes into play. I don't disagree with you. However, what I will say is I don't think Rane 4's drop off is because of the price. I think it's because there are alternatives and there are just people that are just buying other things. So they drop the price to be more competitive. I don't think it has to do with the recession per se. You know, because as you said in your first line, if a product's good, people are going to buy it. And there's nothing wrong with the Rane 4. The Rane 4 is a good product, but there is competition out there, you know? And the question is, what do people want? What do they want is the question. You know, we always forget that we are selling to consumers, not selling to ourselves. And if people see a Rane 4 and they're like, oh, it's dope, or oh, it's this, or it's that, you know, they're making a buying decision. But people are still buying stuff. You know, people are still buying stuff left and right. Let's see. They both have money. Miyagi's Dojo in the building. What's going on? Okay. Does anyone know how to prevent the Rev 5 from going into sleep mode? Because when it wakes from sleep mode, the stems don't work right. The volume goes way up when triggering stems. Okay. That's not a sleep issue. I think that is a Serato glitch because it's not just the Rev 5. It happens on my Rev 7 too. And there's no rhyme or reason to it. So, yeah, I've been a little more, cautious about when I throw stems in, but I think it's a glitch. I've found that if you try to stem out either the bass line or the melody specifically, separately, not specifically, like I'm only doing bass or I'm only doing melody. If you try to stem one of them, you'll get that weird, and it's not the music's not getting louder. Basically it's panning twice. So where, you know, the way stems works is it's a phasing. Okay. It's sending, you know, two identical files at one another. And it basically, in essence, it phases out the sound. Okay. So what you're hearing is the phasing not working properly. And now you're getting a doubling of the two songs. So it's not getting louder. It's doubling is what you're hearing. And, it comes and goes. It happened a while back. And then when they did an update, and then it went away. And then over the last 2 updates, I've been experiencing that more. So yes, that stems issue is getting resolved in Serato 3.1. There you go. See, Miyagi would know. Okay. Mark Tony says, are you coming to Atlanta for DJ's Collective? I am not going to Atlanta. I mean, for a couple of reasons. One, I am definitely not paying to go to the DJ Collective, not because it's not good, but because just price wise, money wise, that's not in my cards right now. I got too much other stuff to focus my money on. So that would mean that they would have to ask, and nobody's asked me to come. So more power to Audio One. Let him go do his thing. He'll rip it up. But no, I haven't been asked to go there yet. So there's that. And it's funny when I talk to Joe, he's always like, "We got to get you here. We got to get you here." Jason's like, "We got to get you here." I'm like, "Uh-huh." So but again, it's not even a anger thing or whatever. I'd like to go at some point, but it's not the end of the world if I don't go. It's fine. Like I'd be angrier if I missed like Namm, like Namm is a big deal for me. So I get it. Audio One says, I was asked to go I'm a part of DMS. They should get you there. Hey, it is what it is. Again, at some point, I'm sure they will, but right now it's on the cards and it's fine. It's fine. I got thick skin. Nothing like that bothers me. Let's see. Pioneer is senior friendly where Rane is lift with your knees friendly. You're not wrong unless you're trying to lift the Opus Quad. I was going to do a video. And I know somebody asked about gig log, so we'll talk about that too. I was going to do a video where I spent like 1 month with like an Opus Quad going on the road with it, like answering, could it be done? I picked it up one time. I have no urge. I have no urge to move that thing around. So my answer is no. That video is not going to happen. Yeah. So I've been swamped with work, which is why I haven't been able to shoot videos. Like I said, I am a working DJ, and a lot of people, I don't know if they realize it or don't realize it, but we are one of the larger companies in California, in LA. So we do a lot of events and we have a lot of clients, and now we're getting a lot of clients that are trying to fly us out to all these other places. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. You're going to come back to Texas again. Actually, somebody asked us to do Texas, but what they wanted was so out of our area that I'm like, nope, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So yeah. So no, we're not in Texas. I don't know when I'm going to be in Texas again. If anything, it'll be probably some sort of tap thing for my son. When he starts traveling more. Okay. Is there an app to control a record box DJ when you're away from the DJ booth like Serato? Well, technically, Serato doesn't even have that app. Serato's app is basic at best. I mean, the best one is coming from Virtual DJ. Their remote app is actually pretty damn impressive. I believe DJ has an app that allows you to control it, but not record box. No. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about stems and Serato is you can't change the effect. What effect are you looking for, Raven? Because it depends on your hardware. It just depends on your hardware. Not that you can change the effects that are coming in by default, but if depending on the hardware, like if you have a Flex 10, you can apply your effects to just the stems. And you can get a lot of cool things going on with that. Okay. Too bad they are fixing stems issue as they are taking stems away from Tidal. But these companies knew that AI isn't the same and banning all AI is the answer, says Bardicus. No, I don't think that's really the issue. Bardicus, I think what we're dealing with here is far more simpler. I think, I said this 2 weeks ago. I think what's going on is that, first off, the music industry doesn't do anything immediately. They always wait. Okay. They wait until finally at the last possible minute, they're like, you guys can't do that. It's illegal. Stop. They did that with like streaming DJs. They did that with, SoundCloud and Bandcamp and all of these things. Move this wolf mix. They did all those things, but it was always last minute. Everybody knew they were doing it, but they didn't do anything until it started to affect their bottom line. So I think what's happening here is that the songwriters and or the artists and or all of them are realizing, how easy it is to do remixes, mashups, blends, where it used to be more complicated or required a higher cost of buy-in. Now, anybody can make a mashup. Anybody can remix your stuff. Anybody can take your words and chop them up and change what you meant by it and everything. So I think what you're seeing here is that they want to take back the ability, or they want to remove the ability for people to change what the intentions were for their songs. Just like AI, where you get people like, I saw an AI post yesterday with Selena and Aaliyah in like a photo booth picture, like a photo booth strip, taking pictures. And people were like, oh my God, I didn't know that they were friends. Yeah, they weren't. But AI can make them friends. AI can change the narrative. So I think that's what they're concerned with. And, rightfully so. But obviously, the reason why it's coming from a title, and I think at some point, maybe even a beat source. I mean, it's not just title. Trust me. There's something in their contract that say you can't do XXX. They're gonna have to stop. And maybe they just didn't realize that before. So it happened to title. It's not gonna happen to your music. And again, we have to come back to what we are as DJs. DJs, you should have a catalog of music that you physically own. You should not be relying on streaming to be the DJ for you. You just shouldn't, because anything like this can happen. You spend all your time making crates and everything in Tidal or in Beat Source or whatever, and you're like, okay, my stuff is perfect. And all of a sudden they're like, we're sorry, we're going out of business tomorrow. You got to have a backup. I don't care if you stream strictly on certain parties. That's fine. But like, you should still have, like, I have an iPad and my iPad has DJ on it. So I have crates in both Tidal and in Beat Source. So if push comes to shove and I needed to DJ, I could do so off of my iPad. But that's not my end all, because every so often I'm playing on my iPad or I'm playing even on my computer and I go to load a song and it's like, sorry, we're not working at this time. Come back later. What do you do then? You get what I'm saying? So I think this is more of a wake up call for DJs that are getting a little too lazy about what it is that we do as a profession. Just I don't know. My opinion. Does anyone know if Pioneer DJ has fixed the loop quantize on the CDJ 2000s? I do not know that. Chris, okay, Chris is out this year too for the collective. Gotcha. All right. Serato remote needs an update badly. Serato remote is gone. I still have it too. And every so often I open it up, but yeah, Serato remote is, oh look. Yeah. See, it even removed itself from my phone because of this. Serato remote. Allow. All right, let's see. Still no laptop? I think I have Serato remote on here. Oh, that's right. It was USB only. Oh, no, setup wireless. Here we go. Connect supported hardware. Connect with USB to handshake. It's requiring me to plug in first. Huh. Okay. Whatever. Anyway, this used to be one of my favorite apps. I just loved it. Okay. Let's see. I remember using Sims in the 90s, acapellas, instrumentals, video edits. Yeah, your instrumentals were approved by the companies. That's why you could use instrumentals and acapellas and video edits. That's why. But you've removed, with the new way of stems, you've removed their ability to control it. Any issues with firmware upgrade on RX3? I do not have an RX3 with me, so I don't know. The last time I used an RX3 was like 3 months ago. So depending on when the firmware is, I didn't have a problem at that point. I feel the stems is related to a letter to Spotify and Apple Music on that AI labs would scrape millions of tracks to use as training data for their models. Well, there's that too. Yeah. I saw Joe Rogan talking about D pills, but it wasn't Joe Rogan. Oh, that's funny. Because I'm like, well, that sounds something with Joe Rogan we're talking about. But yeah, there you go. Support your record pools and get those hard copies. Okay, so let's just talk about record pools real quick. Because while I will never tell you not to support a record pool, I will say that a lot of these record pools are not legit either. A lot of these record pools have just gone away and collected this music and are selling it, but they're not legit. The music agencies, the industries have not approved them. They just haven't shut them down yet. So there's that. Okay. A lot of local DJs in my area literally require internet connection to work. It's so annoying. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. Wave. A father-daughter dance song was removed from title the day of the wedding. They didn't realize until 2 minutes before they were going to dance. You just never know. You just never know. You know, I don't download everything nowadays because of the whole title and beat source thing. But I never forget about the songs that are required for the night. Grand entrance, first dance, mother, son, father, daughter, cake cutting. You know, all of these things are part of what it is you do as a professional. Now, if there's 80 songs on this request list, okay, you know, and I'll go through and go, okay, cool. But then there might be a couple of songs and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to buy these songs. I'm probably not even playing them. Then if they ask for it, I stream it. That's it. That's about as far as I go. You know, but if I would side with beat source over title if you were concerned with not having your records when you need them, just because of the offline locker. So if title goes offline locker, and I still think title has a better selection of music in general, but your selection of music for title for any of these streaming services should be oh, I'm sorry, what song did you want? Hold on, let me see. Okay, I have it. Not, these are all the songs you wanted, so let me stream them. You know, it's just not the way it is. It's not the way it should be. Now, I would say that most people, the only ones that I think are in a better position are people like who use iPads with cell service, or they use their iPhones with cell service. Because that way, at least you know that for the most part, it's going to work properly. Anytime you're hotspotting or you're on a Wi-Fi or whatever, you're just playing with fire. You know, I was at a hotel this weekend doing an event, and I couldn't find a proper Wi-Fi signal until like 20 minutes left, and then one opened up, which was their it was like their business Wi-Fi that popped up, and then I was able to do it. But like if I needed them for the songs to play, I would have been screwed. Would have absolutely been screwed. Did you get my IG DM job application? LO Coil, I have no idea what you're talking about. Where did you send it to? I don't handle employees. If that's what you're saying, like if you send it to Check One Two, I don't handle any of that stuff. We have a whole process that goes through we have a actual, well, let me know before I say anything. Okay. $14 to dial in a year. Bring back the Newmark dashboard. Okay. All right. DJ Raven says, any suggestions for laptops for i9 processors? I think I answered you, Raven. I think you might have been somewhere else, but this is my suggestion for any laptop with an i9 processor. Don't buy one. They get too hot. you're going to cook the inside of your computer, stay away from i9s. That's what I would say. If you are DJing and you are DJing on the go and you're outside and you're inside and you're everywhere, that's what I would recommend. But that's just my opinion. Maybe somebody in the chat would suggest differently. You know. Okay. Who needs intro edits when we have loops and cue points? That's where the lazy comes from. Yeah. I don't disagree. I think if Stems did anything, it's removed the necessity for as many record pulls. I agree with that 100% because I have stopped necessarily. And again, I have like 4 record pulls. Okay. But I find myself not really downloading nearly as much, you know, because it used to be, oh no, I got to get the intro outro one. And then as I still do that for some things, but as I continue to mix and change and improve the way I mix, you know, a lot of times I don't need intros. You know, most of the time I don't. There is a difference though, because I think BPM Supreme, as far as record pulls are concerned, are the most aggressive when it comes to quick mixes. Most people, when they do quick mixes on their streams, whether it be, you know, DJ City or even DMS, it's like they'll go intro beat, hook, verse, a hook, and then outro beat. Okay. So that ends up being like, I don't know, a minute 20, a minute 30. BPM Supreme is like intro beat, hook, out. Like it's too much. It's too aggressive. I don't want it to be that aggressive. Like you got to at least have a verse for me, please. Just one verse. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah. And most DJ, like, you know, I've been playing even old stuff. Yeah. And then you just stem out the beat and you got the beat playing. And then basically when I want to go back to the beginning or whatever cue point, I got my button on the stem and my button on the cue point, hit them together, verses there. All good. All good. Okay. So I actually answered this. I don't have an opinion on what Tidal is doing because Tidal is doing what they do as a company. You know, this is not their bread and butter. Now, I don't have an opinion. It's not your music. And when it's not your music, you are at the mercy of whatever that company you're borrowing from says. Bottom line. What record pulls do I use? So, what do I use? DMS, BPM Supreme, DJ City, and Headliner Music Club. Those 4. And to answer your question, your next question, you know, which one is best? None of them. They all have some good stuff. They all have some questionable stuff. And they all have stuff that the other pool doesn't have. There's not one pool that I use that you can go and go, oh yeah, they have everything. There's not one pool. Not one pool. And then each pool does things differently. You know, like Headliner Music Club, I don't use Headliner Music Club for their pop stuff. I think their pop selection is trash. However, their remix section that comes up for a limited time every month is absolutely amazing. So that's why I keep Headliner Music Club. DJ City, BPM Supreme are both good. DJ City is definitely more international, and they definitely side towards Latin and Afrobeats, which kind of run hand in hand in all honesty. So I think that's why. But yeah, when you look for remix from them, chances are it's going to be some sort of a reggaeton or Latin beat that's going to be there. BPM Supreme is kind of a hodgepodge of both, of like a DJ City and maybe like a a DMS. Their quality comes from just how beautiful it is to use their app. BPM Supreme's app is just it's just really, really good. DJ City's better too, but it's just really, really good, their app. And they tend to have a little more old school stuff in there. Zip DJ, is that the one where you're stealing somebody's whole crate of music? Is that the one? Let me know, Silkmaster. DMS is like the middle ground. They have a little bit of everything. They have the same producers and stuff, and they have Audio One, by the way. Nobody else has Audio One. They got Audio One, doing edits for them. I do like their front page. Their front page is more accurate than both BPM Supreme and DJ City. I think DJ City's is misleading at best. And what I mean by that is, when you give me something like the most downloaded music of the month, that doesn't tell me anything. That just tells me DJs are downloading. It doesn't tell me it's good. It doesn't tell me that the actual guests, the people that are at the clubs want to hear that. It's just the most downloaded. That means nothing to me. So, there's that. Yeah, Zip DJ. I could have sworn Zip DJ was the one that really wasn't on the up and up. I could be wrong. My MP3 online. I mean, there's a lot of pulls. There's a lot of record pulls out there. I mean, my first pull I ever did was what was it? Something with an 8. What was it? Something with an 8. I know there was an 8 in it. But that was a record pull that I used for the longest time. Eighth Wonder. CT Diesel just hit it. Yes. Eighth Wonder. I used them forever. And they used to have a really good pull. And then they started changing things. They started getting rid of things. And I just fell out of love. Beat Junkies is the best for old school hip hop. They're trying to make a push into newer stuff. It's okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not the best, but their old school hip hop, fantastic. Okay. Seems like it's still pretty good. Haven't used it in a month though. Okay, there you go. Club Killers, one-click download. Well, a lot of them have one-click downloads now. But I've heard good things about Club Killers. I haven't used them, but I've heard good things. In fact, they might have contacted me. One of them contacted me. I gotta go check it out. Okay. Let's head back up here. Promo only. I loved promo only. The ELO show. Loved. Okay. It's good for sexy red tracks. Okay. Silkmaster says, got an easy question. Is it still uses for CDJ 1000 or DVD? Wait, hold on. Are there still DJs that use the CDJ 1000s or DVJ 1000s today times or better yet? I don't know. I haven't seen one of those in forever. I'm sure if they do, it's probably just gear that they have at their homes that they never updated. Okay. Let's see here. Did I miss any questions? Okay. Hold on. While I look for questions. Mobile DJ. That's you. Do yourself a favor. Get yourself some battery powered stuff. Now, I'm not talking about getting big battery powered backup. What I'm really talking about here is get yourself some battery powered components. This weekend, rainy season in California, we are doing our party. Power goes out. Kids are sad. Kids are crying. They got to go home soon because there's no lighting in there. But we had brought some wireless battery powered uplights. Some Mackie Thumb Goes. My microphone could have been wired, but I had my X5 wireless XLRs. The Mackie Thumb Goes Bluetooth. I set my Serato to Bluetooth to the Mackie Thumb Go, and then I DJ'd right from there. DJing with Bluetooth is so tough. 30 minutes later, the lighting came back on. My equipment came back on. We were rocking like it never stopped. Get yourself some battery powered stuff. It can save your life. Okay. D'Elo Show asked, thoughts on using a Bose L116 in an 18th century building. I assume that means it's probably brick. Converted from courthouse to an event venue with 100-foot dome ceiling. Well, it sounds like the L116 is not going to be enough, in my opinion. But you shouldn't have any problems. I mean, look, the Bose systems work the best in just a room with no exit points, meaning like, there isn't like a patio door that's open or something like that. It needs to reflect and it needs to be close to a wall in order to do the best. Somebody told me something recently. They actually might even be on here. And I'm going to try it out. Maybe I'll try it out. Where am I this weekend? No, I can't do it this weekend. My party's too big. But my biggest issue with the Bose was how, like, when a microphone gets on, depending on the frequency of the person talking, the algorithm that manages the amp limiter kicks off and it can drop your music. It drops everything down. And I told him this, and because I told the same thing to Bose, and they were like, "Oh, that's the intended use." I'm like, "Okay, that's weird." So when I told it to the other person, and they had said, "Oh yes, instead of plugging into the XLR, go 1/4 inch into the 3rd channel." I haven't done it yet, but I'm very interested in that 3rd channel is gonna fix it, because that was really my biggest issue with the Bose. Okay. So do you just put up a front for the clients? I put up a front for everybody. Hey, why don't you have a donation button? I want to send my track for... Wait, what? Why don't you have a donation button? I want to send you my track to rate. What does a donation button have to do with you sending me your track? I don't understand. Please help me out. I don't understand. Okay. Walter Vargas in the building. What is going on? Okay. So, well, you can always use Super Chat. I'm looking through. You guys are... Oh, am I answering all? Paper check, please. Ivan, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I don't know. But if you want to DM me on my IG, and then you can send me a link with your, Dropbox or iCloud or whatever. But my Instagram is Cleveland Terry _. Is that it? Is that my thing? I'm so lost today. Yep, Cleveland Terry _. That's my name. So just send me a DM. Okay. I'll take a listen to it. Is it a song? Is it a mix? What is it exactly that you're sending me? So I know what to prepare myself for. T Diesel, you're a good DJ. You don't mean that. I still use Blue Disc Essentials, now converted to MP3, good for weddings, promos. Okay. Yeah, like I said. Can you do an equipment tour similar to DJ Wilpick's shop tour? But I mean, I could, but I've done it before. I did it a while ago, and nothing's really changed equipment wise. I guess the question would be, what are you actually interested in it? Because it's just equipment. So somebody asked earlier about gig logs, and they asked whether or not I'd be doing gig logs anymore or bringing them back. Gig logs take a lot of work, a lot of time, I should say. More important, a lot of time, and I don't know. They get very little reaction. So I don't really do gig bars. Live streams from your events was cool. I might have to do another one of those. Maybe I'll do a live stream. I do have a Mevo, so I could just, turn it on and go. So that is possible. Yeah, but in general, it just, I don't know. I just, I'd post and I just wouldn't get the reaction I wanted. I'm like, why am I spending all this time on something that people don't even care about when I can literally just do a talking head and, and, it's right there. So that's always the issue for me. I'm just seeing if anything came through. Not yet. Nope. Okay. So I don't know if equipment reviews or, I mean, not equipment reviews, but tours and gig logs. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's been, I might see your talent in live action. People have seen my talent in live action. I don't really have anything to prove to anybody. Like I said, I used to stream those. I used to DJ on Twitch all the time. So that's not really an issue for me. And if somebody, and I do DJ out and about too. So, I try to give people as many opportunities as possible. Also give Meltzer your Twitch login so he can stream from your accounts. That's the one thing I want to bring back is the interviews. I just, when you think you have time and then all of a sudden you look and you're like, I don't have the time. I don't have the time I thought I did. That's where I am right now. So I have to just kind of delay until I'm at a point where, everything is, everything's in a good place. Okay. Let's see here. D'Elo Show. I have noticed that with mic use for Bose as well, and have used a separate input channel for the mic, and it makes a hell of a difference. You can now ignore my other Bose question. Yeah. I mean, even the mic going in, apparently it's a Bose issue. So I'm going to try the 1/4 inch. I'm going to try the 1/4 inch and see if it's any better. I don't really want to go back to 1/4 inch. That annoys the hell out of me. I mean, I guess I could just do a couple of adapters, but still, if it makes the Bose better and more resilient to the limiter, then that's obviously where I'm going to go. I don't use my Bose as much, to be honest with you. Tidal doesn't have a lot of clean versions. I disagree 100%. MM 2018. I go to Tidal specifically because they have more clean versions than like BeatSource does. Now, they don't have clean intro outros, but clean wise, basically on Tidal, anything that doesn't say explicit is clean. So hold on, I'm on Tidal right now. What is a good bad song that would be clean? Okay. So let's see. I just typed in ski. All of these explicits are bad, but if they don't have the explicit, then they're technically clean. So let's see if that's mine, obviously. So Sexy Red. Let's see if she has one. Nope, no clean version on here. So let's go over to BeatSource, and I guarantee you they have one because it's a popular radio track right now. Sorry. My computer is very, very small right now because it's plugged in. I can't even see my damn. Okay. Am I spelling her name right? I feel like I'm not spelling her name right. Dude, what am I? I'm struggling with spelling her name. I can't see a damn thing on my computer. My keyboard is way too. I'm getting a reflection from my neon sign. to my internet. My internet is malfunctioning a little bit here. Ski. XYY. What a horrible name. What a horrible spelling. Okay. See, this is the worst song, by the way. Just let me out. You know, I had a 13-year-old girl ask me to play Slut Me Out at a bar mitzvah. And she looked at me with a straight face and said, "Can you play this song?" I said, "Get the you were out of your goddamn mind." Oh man. Yeah. So just bad songs. Bad songs. So, but to what I'm saying is that I've experienced, and this is obviously I picked the worst possible group, worst possible person. So give me another one. Travis Scott. Oh, it looks like it's trying to okay, so this is interesting. So as you can see here, look, these are all the ones that are available via BeatSource. Let me turn off. I think it's trying to pull from my Wi-Fi and I'm literally directly connected. So let me just turn this off real quick. See if that makes it better. What the hell does that thing say? I can't even read this super small text. Hold on, let me look on the computer here. Sending. What the hell does that say? Server could not be matched. Okay. So this is a problem. Okay. I'm just on here. I'm on a direct connect with my computer. We'll just go ahead and check. We'll check speed test real quick. We'll see how bad we are. Okay. Download speed is perfectly fine. Upload is kind of trash though. But I'm also online right now streaming and it's Spectrum, so you know how it works. So, okay, we're getting better. Okay. So, why are these things unavailable right now? Why are they unavailable? Where's the problem? And that is the issue when you rely on streaming. This could have been my party, and I'm thinking about playing all these tracks that I always play. Nothing's working. And there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's not like it can tell you, oh, you know, this is the reason why. It's just saying can't connect to the server. Can't connect to the server. That's a problem. No matter how you look at it, that's a problem. Now, let me go into the beat source. Let me check my offline tracks real quick. Let's see what's on here. My offline tracks. Where is my offline folder? Huh. Yeah. I don't even have an offline folder. So this is my point. This is why you got to be sure that when you go to do an event and somebody's paying you to do an event, not, hey, come over and DJ at my pool party, but like somebody's paying you. And you walk in and you're like, sorry, I'd love to DJ for you, but the Wi-Fi here is shitty and nothing's working. You know what? Actually, you said premium plans. Let me just log out real quick and log back in, because sometimes it does get stupid. So hold on. Log out of BeatSource. Log back in. Okay. Got it. Go get mixing. Okay. And I still got gaps. And I have no offline folder. So, yeah. That's a problem. That is an absolute problem. Yeah, we knew that V squared. Yeah, I actually have not updated my Serato yet. So if I go to title, oh, they're giving me a little Serato stems button here. I thought they were going to say, sorry, it doesn't work anymore. Okay. I'm just going to try to stem something real quick. Yep. My stems still work because I haven't updated yet. I'm the worst DJ tech YouTuber on the planet because I have not updated, because I'd like to have my stems where they are. And there hasn't been anything of really need to update to. So what's the point? Okay. Johnny says, record company temp streaming license. It happens to me all the time. Okay. I get that. DJ Scow says, issues with streaming. If you don't own the tracks, if you decide to cancel your subscription, you lose all your library. Yes. But, you know, that kind of works for anything. I mean, I don't blame the companies the way they work right now, because Spotify, Apple Music, they're all the same. You know, I have all of this music that I play through my Apple Music. I don't have any of it in any physical copies or any digital copies. And I'm okay with that. So there are, you know, there are numbers. There are things that we do that we just love to do, and there's a convenience to it. So I get it. And if I really, really want the music, yeah, I will buy it. But in general, yeah, the stuff that I play when I'm in my car and I'm driving, or when I'm at the gym, I don't own any of that music. You know, all the movies that are out right now, you know, people used to buy them immediately. Now they wait for them to come on streaming. We don't own any movies anymore. You know, yeah, there might be a few that you buy on your own now. And I've bought a couple of movies when they've dropped down so low in price. I'm just like, I like this movie, I'll buy it. Or when the rental price is like a $2 difference from the purchase price, then I buy it. But that's the same thing with music. And especially nowadays with all of this kind of, you know, disposable music, I think there's a reason that people aren't even buying music anymore. You know, and people, as much as we think this new music is popular, you know, once you pass 13 or 14, a lot of people aren't even listening to new music, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. Okay. Going to be a whole generation of DJs on Serato 3.0 like the folks sticking to Scratch Live. You are not wrong. You are absolutely not wrong. And, you know, I mean, the running joke is there are people that are still using Spotify on Algorithm DJ. They haven't updated anything and they can still use Spotify. So there's that. If you don't need to update, don't update. If you have the equipment that you absolutely want and you're happy with, then there's no reason to update. Like, here's an example. It's not a perfect example, but it's fitting. So I have a iPhone 13. I haven't updated yet. I'm actually going to do that soon. What is the deal with all these May 18th? Oh my God. No, we don't have anybody available. I think we have 9 parties on May 18th already booked. Anyway, so I have my 13. I'm going to update to the 15 soon. I just don't know. I'm still on the fence on which one I want to buy. Do I want to buy the same size as Pro as I have now, or do I want to get the Max? I've always liked the Max, but I've never owned one. I don't like my wife's Max. Pause. That's not what I meant. I don't like my wife's iPhone Pro Max. She has a 13 also. Bye, Alfredo. That's strange. Bye. I don't like my wife's because she uses those big ass cases. And for me, look at my case. My case is literally just like, the rails. Let me get into the thing here. There we go. The rails on my case are super thin because I don't want to deal with it. So that's the problem. Anyway, so I have this guy, and the new operating system came out, so I updated. Everything's good, right? I updated. I got to start using my Apple Watch, and nothing's talking to my phone anymore. Nothing's syncing over. I'm not getting my messages. Like, what's going on? Oh, you have to update your watch, or it's no longer going to work with your stuff. I hate that stuff. I hate when a piece of software breaks something that is literally made for it. That's what I hate. Not this whole, if I knew that my watch wasn't going to work, the question is, would I have updated? I don't know. But like, an update shouldn't break everything you own. Okay. I'm hoping May 8th. I'll do it. You're going to do it? You're going to do this bar mitzvah? Come over to Traktor. We won't judge or take a deck from you during an event because we only update 3 times a year, if that. Hey, what is this? I have a heart. I have a happy face. What is this? What's going on? Do you guys see anything that's happening when I press this heart button? I have absolutely no idea. Here's a smiley face. Here's this just showed up on my keyboard. You see all that. Okay. All right. I don't know where it goes. Now I'm curious myself. I got to open up my YouTube. All right. Hearts floating up, but why? But why? It's so weird. Oh, yep, I see it. There they are. But why from me? Okay. All right, cool. Anyway, all right. Yeah, if you see what I see, yeah, just this little heart button. I don't know. Okay. Here's another reaction. Okay, cool. All right. What time is it? It's 2:37. All right. I am definitely going to be ending this one earlier than later. Helps the algorithm. Love yourself first. So, I was going to ask something. I was watching DJ Kova, and he was doing his Tweak Music Tips, and he was doing, they're doing DJ competitions, which I love. I'm thinking of maybe bringing those to YouTube. What are your thoughts on any type of specific kind of themed quick DJ battles? What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. I'm thinking about bringing those in. Yeah. Okay, sounds cool. Gets the people going. Don't care personally. Okay, that's fine. I mean, look, I know we're not going to care about everything. I get that. Do equipment setup, teardown, drag racing? It's impossible. Those are impossible because it just requires too much stuff, camera work and streaming, and depending on where they are, they got to have it at their warehouse or they got to have it in their garage. It's a lot of work. Can I win those Mackies? I already won. Those Mackies are I'm gonna let those Mackies literally disintegrate before I send them to you, T Diesel. Great idea. Just don't drag it out. It's giving him a headache. Well, okay. It's giving Kova a headache because he's too nice to people. I don't personally care. Like, I mean, as far as like, well, this isn't fair and this isn't fair and this isn't fair. I'm just like, I don't care. I don't care. Nobody won anything. Nobody won anything. DJ Lab in the building. What's going on, fam? DJ Lab's trying to get rid of followers. I kid. DJ Lab knows I'm kidding. I actually defended him. It is damn hard right now, being both a black person and a Jewish black person. It is damn hard right now. Damn hard. And it's just hard. Across the board, it's hard. There's nothing good is going to come from any of this at all. I wonder if I drive from Yonkers, New York to LA, is it worth it for those? Who are we rating? That's funny. You got to tell how you defended me. Okay, we're not going to get political. And I'm going to paraphrase because I can't remember exactly, but basically, Steve posted a flag, American flag, and the Jewish star on a post, and didn't say anything. No connection, just a fist out there. Fine, I'm assuming. I never asked, but I'm assuming Steve's Jewish. So, and then somebody popped up on his and was like, not a good look. And, you're going to pick this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bottom line. And I'm like, well, look, it's not for you to decide what's a good look and what isn't. I'm assuming Steve is Jewish, and that's probably why I posted it. And then when I tell you it went off into this whole tangent. Yeah, it was you. What do you mean I posted this? It wasn't you? Did somebody post it for you? Were you hacked? Were you hacked, DJ Lab? So I was just like, yeah, it's not really your place. I mean, I think too many people nowadays are in positions to tell you what not you personally, to tell you what your feelings, your morality, everything in your life should be, instead of just focusing on their own morality, their own beliefs, their own system. DJ Lab, you might want to check your stuff. Hold on. Let me make sure. What's the DJ Lab? I will verify. You know how many DJ Labs there are that actually exist? I have to find it now. I got to go through all my comments. Maybe it wasn't him. It was DJ Labrador. So basically, yeah, I try not to, and I'll check the DJ Lab. I'll check. I try not to get political either, to a point. If something is like grossly a problem, I will usually say something, but I don't make it a point to try to, institute everything that I believe. That's it, but again, I'm a black Jew. So there's a lot that I could say and could believe or not believe or whatever. But it's a look, we just want the fighting to stop, period. Just stop across the board, ceasefire. Let's work it out, because this is a problem. When you got innocent children dying, this is a problem. That's it. That's it. I understand. And I understand both sides. I truly do. Innocent people, innocent children. We need to stop. I don't get political till you talk to me. What camera are you using? I get this question all the time. I use an A7 IV with the G 1.8 20G lens from Sony. Going into what is my card? An EVGA card. I know it looks good because it's a good looking camera. It's a good looking lens. The 1.8 really does a lot. I mean, and obviously, you know, the closer I get, the better it's going to look as far as the visuals behind me. And, you know, I got some good light sources and things like that. Where am I at here? What am I at? 1.8? Yeah. So, it's my camera of choice. Although, I'm not going to lie to you. I am not going to lie to you. The new Panasonic that came out, I got a Panasonic G9 up here. That's my overhead. The new Panasonic that came out with phase detect, I'm a big fan. I am a big fan. I was trying to figure out what second camera, body camera I was going to buy. And I was kind of stuck. I'm like, okay, I'll get another A7 IV. I don't know, man. The G9 has always been a monster. You know, people want to say, oh, don't do micro four thirds. Micro four thirds wasn't the issue with just getting good video. The stabilization out of the G9 is the best stabilization I've ever used on any camera. The best. Absolute best. The A7 IV, nowhere near the G9. But I can shoot this at a club and not worry about my ISO at all. So that's why I tend to stick with this one for like outdoor work use, you know, because when it's all said and done, outdoors with perfect light, your iPhone, like the new 15 Max or even the 14 is more than enough. More than enough. The quality I get out of my camera when I'm in direct sunlight on my iPhone, I don't need another camera. But as soon as you go inside someplace, as soon as you're in like a nightclub or whatever, iPhones, and I don't care where they are, where iPhone 15, they still are nowhere near the quality of a point and shoot camera, of a DSLR. Nowhere close. I've yet to find it. And even on the 15s, I saw some of the stuff still grainy, weird artifacts. It's just, they don't take good night shots. But outdoors with good light, I'm telling you, people spend to spend. And I'm like, I'm looking for a camera. If my iPhone 15, because the 13, the cameras are okay. The 14s, the cameras are really good. And the 15s are just a slight software update to the 14 cameras and the telephoto on the Max. If the camera works out, I'll use that camera for most of my stuff. You know, so you don't just leave it set up on your desk. Oh, no, Marky, I take my camera everywhere. I take it to all the conferences. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to get another, not a Mevo, but another, I forget what it's called. And I'm going to draw a blank right now because here's the battery that's supposed to be in it that died. I'm going to get another camera capture card with Wi-Fi. And so I'm going to take that with me when I'm at Namm. Oh no, the quality that comes out of this camera, still to this day, it still amazes me how good the autofocus is. I mean, it's honestly just like the best. I mean, I don't have any issues with this focus. It's wonderful. Love this camera. You know, and it's compact. Okay. Osmo Pocket 3 is coming out in a week with a nice big 1-inch sensor. It's going to kill off compact cameras, they were saying. You know, they always say that, and then I start to look at it and I'm like, because the problem is not the video. The problem is the audio. And usually speaking, those cameras, you know, they're just, the audio isn't as good. Or in order to get your audio in there, you know, you got to plug in some sort of a DJI or something like that. And now the ports on it aren't as good. And so you have to make this weird jerry rig thing to make it work. That's my problem with it. I'd rather have a DJI gimbal and an iPhone, and I'm happy. So, we'll get there. I'm still trying to figure it out. I almost impulse bought one a couple days ago, but they didn't have any in stock. So that's why the longer they don't have anything in stock, the less I impulse buy, the more it just kind of sits on it. But I don't know. What do you guys have out there? Do you have Maxes or do you have regulars? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. I kind of want a Max, and it's smaller this year. I kind of want a Max. I think 1 year I can try it out. And if I don't like it, then, go smaller next time. Anyway. Okay. All right. I think Pixel 8 Pro. The Pixel Pro is pretty damn impressive. I'm not going to lie to you. The AI stuff on it is some real cool stuff. I was watching Mr. Who's the Boss, who's becoming my most favorite tech YouTube reviewer. I've heard they have some overheating issues. So DJ Lab, they actually don't have overheating issues. The issue came from Instagram. Instagram's software was cooking it, and it cooks my 13. I thought I was going crazy when I was using it. I'm like, why is my phone so hot? It is like burning up hot. And then I realized it was because of IG. So I would shut down IG and then my phone would cool off. So it was an IG thing. It wasn't an iPhone thing. IG was burning phones. As if by now. Sorry, V squared. Marky says, I've always had the Max and I've converted the missus to order a Max now too. Just because battery life, that is the key. The battery life. The battery life is, if I can get double, if I can get double out of my phone, I don't know. I just think it's dumb, to not, because the phone is used for work. So, and maybe, and another thing, because I use a program for my booking software called ShootQ, and on my Pro non-Max version, I can't navigate in it. It's slightly too small. But on my Max, not on my wife's Max, she can use it, which means that when I'm out and about, I can get more work done. So I'm going to end up with the Max. That's just a fact. That's it. And I don't really I'm not one of those I have a bag. I'm a bag guy. I put the phone in my bag. Anyway, I'm going to try it out once. So, all right. It is getting close to 3:00. And I know I have another conference call at 3, I believe. So I am going to head off. Again, no show tomorrow, but I do thank you guys for showing up today. I wasn't really sure how people were going to show up, but there's what's the number? 108 minutes ago, 100 people watching. Hey, I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. Yeah, even though I don't have a lot of videos, you guys are still supporting and I appreciate that. So, rate us out. So I will, I won't be on tomorrow. I will be on next Thursday, but I might push Thursdays to either 11 or noon. Let me know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not actually sure. Make sure you guys hit the likes on your way out because people need to know. So that it helps the algorithm. So yeah, I might push it up a little bit. Anyway, hey, thanks for hanging out today, guys. I appreciate you all. Obviously, all you DJs out there, I know you're going to have parties. So as always, have great parties. I hope to have great parties too. They can come to me tomorrow and talk about my CD3000s that was screwed out of the box and had an RMA. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Go check out DJ Lab tomorroh. Philip Tan says Wednesdays are great. I'm going to think about it. I don't know if 1:00 might be a hair too late. Maybe like a 12 to 2 would be good. But I'm going to think about it. Honestly, we'll see how it goes. So, all right, guys, enjoy your day. Have great parties. We'll see you soon. Peace out as always.